Hi friends and welcome back to more Mechwarrior Online news. Patch notes for February 2020. The 22nd of February 2022. Wow, got that one out. That was easy. Okay, so MWO February patch notes. We get the quirk pass, we get more weapon adjustments, new trial and champion mechs, and Forest Colony Classic Relight. Let's talk about these patch notes in more detail, and then let's also talk about what I am missing in those patch notes. So, let's see. Time and date, February 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific. Size, does not matter. What do we get? We get the 7th quirk pass, including mechs like the Assassin, Dervish, Grasshopper, and Mad Cat, and more. Adjustments to previous quirk passes, weapon adjustments, new trial mechs, new lighting, and a couple of bug fixes. Let's see what kind of these bug fixes were. There will be a MWO roadmap this Friday, 25th of February. That is really nice, because it was just something that we were discussing on the live stream. It would be really nice to see what the plans are for Mechwarrior Online moving forward, because like, who knows how long PGI is going to have the license, or whether they're going to be able to renew that after 2025. And let's see where the road takes us. Fingers crossed for a little bit more resources put into MWO, and fingers crossed that the answer is not going to be, oh yeah, by the way, we're shutting down the game at the end of the year. So, let's see. Well, at least this sentence, I mean, it makes me hopeful, even though it doesn't mean anything, because even if they were shutting it down next month, they would still write the same thing. But hey, yeah, I'm also excited about 2022, because we could have some good things happening to the game. Fingers crossed. So, mech adjustments. As a result of a fix with the Blood Asp Echo and Echo S jump jets, players may have an invalid loadout error, which can be fixed by stripping off all the equipment in the mech lab. So, just as before, when mechs had armor values changed and whatnot, you might end up with invalid loadout bugs in the mech lab. And the solution is just to strip the mech, or in case it happens to you on a mech with armor, like they have too much armor or not enough armor on a body part, you go ahead, you just set all the armor to 0 and then level it up from there, right? Weapon adjustments. Energy weapons. The clan ER small laser gets buffed a little bit. Cooldown is going to be decreased by 0.3 seconds, and the duration is going to decrease by 0.1 second. The clan ER large laser heat penalty multiplier is 5.0 now for shooting 3 or more clan ER large lasers, so that should generate a little bit more heat for clan mechs and make it a little bit less vomity for the ER larges. However, whether it's ER large and ER medium vomit, or ER medium and large pulse laser vomit still remains strong. Like, this does not destroy laser vomit in any way or sorts. This does not make it super bad. It just makes huge amounts of ER larges a little bit less easy to do, but that's it. Ballistic weapons. Autocannon 5, Clan Autocannon 5, LB5, and Clan LB5, plus the Ultra Autocannon 5s and Clan Ultra Autocannon 5 all get buffed. Cooldown decreased to 1.4 seconds across the board for all the 5s, and Ultra Autocannon 5s also get a reduced jump chance. It's a tiny reduction, but it is a reduction. I don't know how that's going to end up in the game, or how that's going to look at in the game. I think I would have loved to see a little bit more significant chance. 0.14, 0.15, I mean... Also, 0.14, what is that? That is a it used to be a 15% chance to jam, now it's going to be 14%, okay. We'll see how that turns out in the game, whether that's going to be like a measurable improvement. Jam duration has been reduced a little bit as well, so that is 3/4 of a second reduced. Clan Ultra Autocannons, same treatment. Jam chance is a little bit higher than Innosphere. And the jam duration has been reduced by 1 second. But you're still, for 5 seconds, you're still without the ability to fire back when it's a jam with the Ultra Autocannons. On the missile side, we get a couple of buffs to streaks on the clan side. The cooldown's been decreased by, I want to say, like between 5 to 10% for these. So that's nice, because I've always felt that Clan Streak 4, Clan Streak 6, the cooldown was a little bit too long, so this is nice. And Innosphere Streak SM4 also has a cooldown decrease, but it's just 0.1 second, so it's barely noticeable. But it will help with DPS over the course of the drop, of course. And then Clan ATMs get the heat adjusted across the board. It looks like a 10 to 20% decrease in heat. Especially Clan ATM 12 decreased heat to 7.5 from 9. That is strong. Okay. So ATMs are going to run a little bit more cool moving forward. Then map updates. Map updates. The map updates is a map update. Singular. Singular, because we're getting updated lighting for Forest Colony Classic inspired by the original version. Am I against this? Absolutely not. I think the old lighting on the map was a lot better, so I'm all for more clear lighting on maps, so I'm happy this is happening. Here is what I'm not happy about. I see 0 changes for spawn points, and I see 0 updates for maps that have issues. So, yeah. I feel the update here is lacking. At least updated spawn points, like something like putting together spawn points on some of the worst offenders a little bit closer together would be nice. Spawn points need to be updated in my opinion. Francois did a good job putting them closer together on some maps and some game modes. They just need to do this for more. And I'm still waiting. I've been waiting for 4 years now, but I'm still waiting and still hopeful. Frozen City. Frozen City Assault. Base, huge chasm in between, and change that around to have the bases on the right side of the map, on the higher ground, and just be done with it. That game mode and map combination needs to be changed. It's always a snooze fest. Okay, moving on. New trial and new champion mechs. We got 16 new trial and champion mechs. What I don't understand is whether they will be retiring the old ones. It doesn't say that. Just says there are 16 new trial champion mechs. So, we get the Incubus, 3 medium pulses, and 4 light machine guns. Okay. Kit Fox Brawler, Quad SRM6 Artemis. Interesting. Then we've got a Flea 17. All small lasers, 7 small lasers, standard engine build. And mask, of course. Not so sure about this one. I think for trial mechs, I mean, I get it, you can get to try out stuff, but I would have preferred this mech run XL and medium lasers, maybe, I don't know. Small lasers is a non-ECM light mech, just seems, at least from the perspective of newer players playing this, I don't know, dangerous. Then we have the Javelin 11A. That mech was part of a mech pack not too long ago, and this is just going to be 7 medium lasers. That's a solid mech. XL225 engine. And if you notice, guys, by the way, the armor has all been updated to a maximum of like 2, 3, 4 armor on the back. So for those guys that are still running like 10,000 back armor, maybe it's time to upgrade your front armor. Huntsman Prime, double ATM-12 build, 4 ER micros and light tag, plus a light active probe and double heatsinks. Looks like a solid build. Vapor Eagle 2, PPC LB10s, jump jets, ammo. This is also a very solid build. The Dervish, tag, quad streak, jump jets, Eagle active probe. Looks like a solid little streaker. Those streak builds, by the way, are not going to do anything as soon as you have a quad AMS mech or triple AMS mech on the field. Vulcan 5T in its potentially best build, 5 medium pulse lasers, super strong, super agile. This is going to be a good trial mech, I feel. It's going to teach you to twist and to move. Linebacker Hotel also looks solid, 6 medium pulse laser build with targeting computer. Summoner, double Ultra AC-10s. We should definitely have another look at this. Should not be bad. I think this is going to be also solid. We got an Archer here, triple LRM-15 and 5 small lasers plus tag. I don't hate the build. What I would have liked to see is have the tag laser in the arm, actually. It's more beneficial than having it in the CT, but I guess if you're just using arm lock on, then it doesn't matter. Still, tag laser should be in the arm, in my opinion, always. Then we've got the Marauder 9M. This is a super strong build. ECM, double MRM-30s, and 5 small lasers. Caveat, of course. Be aware, guys. I'll talk about that once we finish that. Hang on. Let me finish that first. Ladas coming up as a trial mech. 3 UAC-5s, 1 UAC-10, and ECM. Super solid build. We've been running this for years. This is going to be a great trial assault mech. Marauder 2C, 2 ER larges, and 6 ER medium lasers. Double heatsinks galore and standard engine. This is also going to be a very fine build to run. Then we got an Annihilator, triple AC-10 and triple light PPC. I'm not a fan of this build. The left arm is completely shaved. I'll shave down to 36 armor to fit in that PPC. If you are on an open field and shooting at the enemy in an open field, okay, yeah, sure. Other than that, it's gonna be really hard to get all your weapons exposed on the enemy and do proper damage to them, especially with the use of those low-slung arms. It's gonna be challenging. And then we have the Cyclops 10Q in a Alpha Strike SRM build, quad SRM 6, and 3 SRM 2s. So you can Alpha Strike this without Ghost Heat, which is kind of nice. I prefer the 6 SRM 6 plus SRM 4 build, but again, I can understand what's being done here. Ammo and case in the left arm, I would have that in the right arm, but other than that, this should also be a solid mech and a pretty fast one at that with Light Engine 385. Now, what is my problem with all these mechs? It's not the problem with the builds at all. The problem is with the skill tree, because these mechs do not come with a skill tree. That means that yes, you get to enjoy the joys of ECM, but we all know that an unskilled ECM is basically garbage because you can still get targeted hundreds of meters away. So that is a problem. So in my opinion, all these trial mechs should come with a preset, unchangeable skill tree. That's it. They should have an inbuilt skill tree. Done. Problem solved. That will help with the heat development as well. As Cthulhu's saying, some of these mechs have some heat problems, so that will help with that as well. And maybe trial mechs should also have like come with a cool shot and a UAV, or at least a cool shot. That would also be nice. But skill tree, I think, is mandatory for these trials. Okay. Moving on to the mech quirk changes. Quirk pass number 7. Locusts, the armor bonus gets matched with the Locust 1V. The Mistlings Delta gets 20% UAC jam duration instead of 8. The Mistlings Gulf, they have removed the energy cooldown and the acceleration deceleration bonus instead of 8, and giving it ER large laser cooldown and duration instead of 8. Kid Fox, all variants except the Prime, Purifier, and the Gulf get 5% cooldown to right torso and left torso. The Kid Fox Prime will get ballistic cooldown on the right torso and 5% heat and heat cooldown in a set of 8. Delta, 15% less missile heat instead of 8, so that's another nice buff, plus missile spread. Kid Fox S gets 25% missile cooldown. How many? He's probably just he's got like 1 hard point for missiles, right? But again, like if a mech only has like 1 hard point and you give it a massive boost, that is absolutely fine in my book. Kid Fox Charlie, 50% machine gun rate of fire, but only the set of 8, and the Gulf, missile cooldown, and heat. Akishida, CT armor bonus set of 8 of the Alpha. I'm gonna just quickly brush over these until I see something that is actually super interesting to me. Although this energy cooldown 20% is also interesting. The Shard gets laser duration, missile cooldown, and machine gun rate of fire. Javelin 10F, 20% energy cooldown is gonna be nice. Cougar gets armor bonuses to ballistic, excluding machine guns. Nice little buff there. The Raven 3L will come with 1 stock consumable slot. That is nice. That is an interesting quirk. I like that. That's basically like your inbuilt UAV or inbuilt cool shot or inbuilt artillery strike. Ada Prime gets 50% ERPPC cooldown in a set of 8. That is nice, because Ada Prime is using like this. That's come with like a stock ERPPC build. Cicada 3C, 30% ERPPC velocity will be converted to 30% PPC family velocity. Yes, that's good. Ice Fridge, 10% jam chance on the left arm and ballistic cooldown. Unfortunately decreased from 20% to 10%. And same thing for the Rainbow Crow. Blackjack 1, the AC2 cooldown gets converted to 10% flat cooldown on everything. Yes, good. Shadowcat Prime, AMS range gets converted to just flat out range on the left torso. That's nice because it also includes AMS range. Oh, what else do we have? Mishiepso gets 30% Ultra Autocannon jam duration in the set of 8, plus 10% cooldown and 15% weapon velocity. And 5% cooldown. Okay. Okay. That might be interesting now for an Ultra Autocannon. We should have a look at that. Jägermech Firebrand gets extra armor on left torso, right torso, and city. Summoners get energy cooldown on the right arm for the Prime and the M. Marauder 9M gets a heat and laser heat bonuses, although why not just give it flat out heat 10%. Thanatos 10% heat and removed energy heat, so they're basically just exchanging energy heat for just flat out heat. The awesome 9M gets 10% ER PPC cooldown, 20% weapon velocity, and the ER PPC velocity has been reduced to 20% from 40%, but since it's getting 20% velocity right here, 20 and 20, if it's additive, it makes 40, so there's no loss here. Marauder 2C2 gets a little bit of extra armor bonus on the arms. Bloodlust Bravo gets 5% missile heat on left arm and right arm. Okay. Highlander 2C. Now here it gets interesting. They're adding another bigger ballistics cooldown modifier to it, but also laser heat skill limit +1 on the Highlander 2C. So that's the mech that we've been running, I believe, with PPCs. I have to check that one out. But yeah, this would be triple ER mediums without ghost heat. Triple ER larges without ghost heat, that would be nice. Another meme baby gets an extra 8 armor on the left torso and right torso. Nice. Then the Marauder 2s, the 5A gets 10% heat, PPC family heat, LBX cooldown, standard AC cooldown, just some minor buffs. 6S, same thing. 10% PPC family heat is nice. And ballistics range and velocity is also nice. Marauder Alpha. That is interesting. 30% ultra autocannon jam duration, 10% extra range, and 25% weapon velocity. So those hard points in the arms for Daka, the bullets are gonna fly fast. That's nice. Okay, now we get quirk past 7. For the assassins, let's see if there's something crazy going on here. 23 gets 10% weapon velocity. The 101, missile range, laser range, and duration. 26 gets laser range, ultra autocannon ammo, and jam duration, plus 15% ballistics cooldown. Assassin 27 is gonna be your PPC assassin apparently. 30% velocity, 15% heat, 10% cooldown, and then also missile velocity. And this is a quirk that I have wanted to see for so long, especially on mechs that like to brawl. SRM range. 20% SRM range is bold. How many SRMs can we run on the Assassin 27? Anybody could look that up real quick, that would be nice. But 20% SRM range, if the Assassin 27 has a couple of hard points for SRMs, this would be so good. Would be so good. And the Assassin Dark Death, that's a weird one, that's what he gets. Right arm armor bonus, 20% flat cooldown, extra consumable slot, seismic stock, weapon velocity, ballistic armor. Okay, that's still gonna be a weird one. So 2 missiles, okay. Well, maybe you could do like SRM and Snubnose or something, we will see. Then crabs. All crabs get a free consumable slot, crucial capacity +1, so you could do what, 3 cool shots? Okay. And 15% heatsink capacity. Alright, so crabs will be cooler now. Crab 27. Weapon velocity, that's gonna help with the AMS. And laser heat cooldown. 27 Bravo now is built for ER lasers, apparently. Crab 20. Cooldown, ER medium and standard range. And duration, okay. 27 SL. Pulse laser heat, less fall damage. And the Florentine, what does the Florentine get? 10% flat cooldown, 15% weapon velocity, so this is gonna help for the MRMs as well, because the Florentine can shoot MRMs from the side torso, right? And more ballistic ammo per ton. So that is gonna make our job a little bit easier, getting some ammo in there. We'll see how these goes. Kintaros. Now the Kintaros, you don't see Kintaros played anywhere. Like, not to toot my own horn, but if I don't play the Kintaro, nobody will, apparently. So let's see what the Kintaros get. Oh, I just saw something that makes me smile. We'll get to it in a sec. So, heat, laser duration, missile velocity, LRM spread, LRM cooldown, MRM velocity. That's lots of stuff here. Kintaro 18. Laser range, cooldown, SRM 6 heat scale limit +1. Yes! I'm always excited about heat scale limit +1s. Kintaro 19, pulse lasers and streaks, plus more sensor range, +1 UAV capacity, and the seismic in stock. And the Golden Boy, 20% SRM range, 20% velocity. Yes! That's gonna be fun to try out. Because remember, we did a Golden Boy brawler not too long ago. And this is gonna have more range and more velocity. That sounds like fun. This sounds like fun. This is also gonna be fun with the Kintaro 18. So we'll check these two out. Dervishes. All variants get 10% 10 extra CT armor. And the arm structure bonus will be converted to arm armor. That's nice. And all dervishes will have 10% missile heat. Nice. Dervish 6M is gonna have range, laser duration, energy cooldown, missile velocity, 7 delta cooldown on energy, laser duration. Streak SRM heat skill limit +1. Okay. And 10% SRM and streak SRM range. Okay. See, those are quirks I'm getting excited about because I'm like, yep, that's exactly what these mechs need. More range to help at least alleviate a little bit of the freaking Sniper Lord meta. 10% is not going to do much, but it is a start. 8 Delta gets higher survival quirks, ER laser duration, and ER laser heat. The 6 MR gets missile velocity, missile range, and spread. The 7P Dervish gets extra armor on the left torso and right torso, 15% weapon velocity, 10% MRM velocity, so 25% velocity on the MRMs if you use them. 10% energy range, 5% laser duration, and the Frenzy gets 10% missile velocity. I mean, the Frenzy was fun to begin with. In the, you just stuck it full of like smaller launches and just go at them, right? Vapor Eagle. The 4 gets extra armor, and gets a clan medium pulse laser heat skill limit +1. So that means this should be able to shoot 7 medium pulses at the same time. That is interesting. I like that. And then the Vapor Eagle RI, is it rival? Not sure what the hero mech is there. Gets extra armor, left arm, right arm, basically extra armor everywhere, except the legs. 30% weapon velocity, 10% heat, 10% cooldown, 20% missile cooldown, machine gun rate of fire, and minus 20% UX jam chance. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Might be worth to look at it now. Grasshoppers. All variants get 10% initial thrust and duration time. 10% just seems like a small buff, but I don't know if that's going to do much or not. 5J, laser heat scale limit +1. That means 5 large lasers. Hell yeah. 10% heat, 10% cooldown, 5% range. 5H, CT structure bonus is converted to armor bonus. Yes. More armor on the torsos. Yes. 10% heat and 5% range. 5N gets extra armor, PPC velocity, ER PPC heat scale limit +1. So they want you to use the Grasshopper 5N triple ER PPC. Okay. See, this is the thing. At this point, when they do these specific bonuses for specific mechs, they put you down a path. And so on the one side, it limits your builds a little bit, but on the other side, it adds more spice because you're using different versions. You're not just using the one laser vomit Grasshopper or that one laser vomit build. You're using a PPC build on one specific model, and then you're using a laser build with 5 larges on the other model, and so on, right? So that is good. 5P gets 10% energy range and minus 20% overheat damage. Nah. And the Mjolnir gets 10% cooldown, 10% raise duration, 7 medium pulse lasers. Medium pulse heat skill limit +1. Weapon velocity, UX jam chance minus 30%, so that is gonna be nice for the UX 20. No more ballistic cooldown though. The Orions. Okay. CT armor, 10 up. Right torso, left torso armor, 10 up. Minus 25% crit chance receiving. So the Orions are going to be a lot more tanky than before. Well, a lot is strong words, but they will be more tanky. Orion M gets LBX spread, cooldown, and ballistic velocity. The K gets 15% flat heat and 15% weapon velocity. The Orion V, the 30% UX jam chance will be a 20% flat UX jam chance for all UX. 25% UX jam duration and minus 10% UX heat. Okay. The VA, 20% velocity on the SRMs, 10% range, and 5% missile heat. So that should be your missile Orion. And the Protector will get 5% range and minus 15% heat. Not that it needed it, but I mean it's a nice buff. But I think it didn't need it, honestly. But it's a nice buff. Orion 2Cs, an extra 8 armor on the right torso, an extra 4 armor on CT and left torso, 7.5% extra speed. So the Orion 2C Brawler is going to be a lot faster than before. It's going to run at what? 86 kph or so? And if you then add on the speed tweaks, you're gonna get this thing over 90. Okay. Orion 2C, ERPPC, heat skill limit +1, ballistic cooldown, weapon velocity. The 2C Alpha gets 10% missile heat. 2C Bravo gets laser duration, energy heat, missile cooldown. Charlie gets 15% weapon velocity, 25% UX jam chance. And the Skull, not Skokomish, the Skull, gets ERPPC heat skill limit +1, 10% range, 5% heat, and 25% missile cooldown. Okay, so that will make for some interesting builds. Warhawks. All Warhawks will get 20 structure on CT instead of 11, except the Bravo and the Charlie. And then, here comes the Clan Omni-Mech bullshittery again. So, left arm, right arm, increased ERPPC velocity, instead of 8, another 15% on top. Missile cooldown increased on the set of 8, missile velocity increased on the set of 8, and minus 5% heat on left torso, right torso. The Alpha, more structure, left torso and right torso, +9 to be exact. We get cooldown and missile spread on the left torso and the right torso respectively. Right torso does not get the SRM and ER and LRM spread bonus anymore. Gets a bonus to left arm with 7.5% ER and have a laser duration. Miss velocity. The right arm gets 50% ballistic ammo, 50% 20% velocity, 12.5% cooldown. So they're really trying to push this. How should I put it? Having more diverse weapons by making sure that if you only have one of them, that one weapon gets buffed to a point where the whole build becomes more viable. So instead of like using like different set parts to run 2 ultra autocannons, instead they just buff that one ultra autocannon slot up and give you the ability to run more weapons on the other side. I mean, that's interesting. We'll see how it goes. Walk Bravo, structure bonus +15 on the CT. Same structure bonus as before to the left torso and right torso. Torso yaw angle +10 on the left torso. Ballistics cooldown, ballistics ammo. Structure bonus, ballistics cooldown. 10% missile velocity instead of 8. Ballistics cooldown also instead of 8. And 10% SRM and streak velocity instead of 8. The Charlie gets structure bonus to the CT. Energy heat 2.5% on left arm and right arm. 2.5% energy cooldown left torso, right torso. And 2.5% range on left torso and right torso. Then the Warhawk Nanook, the hero mech, gets 10% weapon velocity left torso, 15% ballistics velocity on the right arm, and 5% cooldown, plus 25% ballistic ammo excluding machine guns. And set of 8 gets you 25% UX jam duration and 7.5% heat. Plus ballistics cooldown increased from 5% to 10%, and the missile cooldown will get you missile cooldown's massively increased instead of 8 from 10% to 30%. And here come the Mad Cat quirks for all those Mad Cat enthusiasts. Mad Cat 1, minus 20% UX jam chance, minus 7.5% Gauss cooldown. Mad Cat 2, 10 armor bonus on left arm and right arm, 8 armor bonus on left torso and right torso, and 20% velocity on SRMs and strict SRMs. Okay. Mad Cat 4 gets you 7.5% ER laser duration, 5% heat, 10% laser cooldown, and 10% weapon velocity. The Alpha increased machine gun rate of fire to 50%. Who's gonna run Mad Cats with machine guns? Come on! 5% laser heat, 10% ballistic cooldown, 35% UX gem duration, and 10% weapon velocity. And the Mad Cat Bravo, the one that everybody runs, UX 20 heat skill limit +1. Plus a little bit of extra armor on the left arm and right arm. So this might be the point where double UX20s on the Mad Cat Bravo becomes a viable build. I'm going to tell you right now, it's still going to suffer from the good old problem that always happens in MWO with the UX20s. The convergence is going to be shit if you're trying to shoot at moving targets. The smaller the target, the worse the convergence is going to be. For that case, if that happens, and if you have to shoot at a smaller or moving target that's moving fast, single fire the ultra autocannons. Otherwise, you're just gonna hit everything, but not what you want to hit. Okay. No change, by the way, on the Death Strike. I don't see any changes to the Death Strike. Would have been interesting to see anything there, but yeah, nothing happening there. Bug fixes, Badass Echo and Echo S, already said. Left arm using LRM15 mesh for LRM20, that's a cosmetic fix. And jump jets in legs are now fixed equipment. So if you don't want to have the jump jets, just use different legs, basically. That's the secret sauce right there. That is basically everything. So yeah, some interesting changes here. A couple of ones that I would be saying I'm cautiously excited about. As far as map changes are concerned, you already heard me say it. It's nice to have the new lighting on Forest Colony Classic, but I want to see fixed spawn points over anything else. And then I want to see map updates to existing maps that alleviate a little bit of the constant ad nauseum sniper warfare. It's just too much lately. It's just too much. If you want to escape the sniper warfare, guys, here's what you vote for. Mining Collective, Rubelite Oasis, and Solaris City. Also, the new map, the new Hellbow map, definitely helps avoid Rotato Potato. It does that very well. And it is somewhat less snipey than some other maps, but it's still got a lot of like long-range areas. But yeah, those are the maps you should be considering to vote for. New Champion and Trial Mechs, it's kind of nice to have. Some of these builds look good, but as I said, Trial Mechs will always suffer from the same problem. No consumables, and they don't have a skill tree. And that's the big problem. They don't have a skill tree, and that makes them a lot harder to use than they should be. So, in my opinion, Trial Mechs should come with an inbuilt skill tree, but I've been saying that for 2 years, and so far we haven't seen it yet, so well, hopefully somebody will listen at some point. What is your favorite point of this whole patch, guys? What are you excited about? What are you concerned about? Let me know in the comments down below. If this video was helpful to you in any way, share it with your friends. Hit the thumbs up button for the good old YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support me, hey, you can join the channel and get exclusive badges, exclusive goodies, or you can just hit up any of the other options in the video description below. And if you want to join the channel on YouTube, you hit that big join button. You just smash it, and then YouTube wants money from you. Ha! Funny how that works, right? All right, guys. I'll see you soon.